Hello friends, welcome back to the another video lecture of software engineering subject. In today's video lecture, we will learn about activity diagram. So, activity diagram is basically a flow chart to represent the flow from one activity to another activity. The activity can be described as an operation of the system. This flow can be sequential, branched or concurrent. So, activity diagram generally it will be a flow of activities, means from which activity we can go for which activities. Purpose of the activity diagram are not only used for visualizing dynamic nature of a system, but they are also used to construct the executable system by using forward and reverse engineering technique. It does not show any message flow from one activity to another. Purpose can be described as draw the activity flow of a system, also describe the sequence from one activity to another, and describe the parallel, branched and concurrent flow of the system. Now, how we can draw activity diagram? Before drawing an activity diagram, we must have a clear understanding about the elements used in activity diagram. So these are the elements that we will use into the activity diagram. First one is activities, second one is association, third one is condition, and fourth one is constraints. Once these parameters are initialized, we need to make a mental layout of an entire flow. Means we will have to prepare a mental layout, means how our activity diagram will flow. This mental layout is then transformed into the activity diagram. For it, we will have some components. To initialize our activity diagram, we will need an initial node, and this filled circle will be denoted our starting point or our initial point of our activity diagram. If we are ending with some point, if our final node will be described this type of node, means filled circle, and above another circle. Activities. The rounded rectangle represent activities, and activity is not necessarily a program, it may be a manual thing also. Here this type of activity we have also used in use case diagram. There we used word use cases for it. Flow. This arrow shows the flow, means from which direction to which direction our flow is going. Fork means two separate, means if we have a flow and we want to separate them, then we will use this type of symbol and it will be used for a fork. The black bar with one flow going into a several living, this denotes the beginning of the parallel activities, means from one activity we can start another parallel activities. It can be two activities, it can be more also. Join. Again, we have seen fork that separates the activities. In join, we will merge the activities. The block with several flow entering in one leaving it, this denotes the end of parallel activities. Mean parallel activities will work together here and will make a single activity. Now merge. The diamond with several flows entering and one leaving, the implication is all coming flow to reach this point until processing continues. Means here you can say there is a 3 inflow and 1 outflow, means 3 activities can be merged here and only single activity will go out from it. Okay, so this is a decision. This type of diamond symbol we will use for decision. In our flow chart we have also used type of symbols. We want to check any condition or we want to make any decision, then we can use this type of diamond symbol. Flow final. The circle with X through it, this indicates the process stop this point. If we want to stop any process, then that will be used as this point. This is not completion, this is not end point, this is only the process stop point. Accept invent action. This is action is an action that waits for the occurrence of event meeting specified condition. Means if specific condition is happen, then and then we will proceed further. That type of accept event action, single accept state, this is described here. Send signal action. This is the send signal action. Send signal action is an action that creates a single instance from its inputs and transmit into the target object, where it may cause the firing of a state machine transition or the execution of an activity. Now, swim lane. Many times in exam ask that create a swim lane diagram. So swim lane diagram is also a activity diagram, but activity is divided with the dotted lines. So this is our activity diagram, and we will divide it into the two swim lanes with this dotted lines, and it can be also vertical and also a horizontal. Now we will discuss an example of activity diagram. We will start with the online shopping process. If we have a project of online shopping process, then how we can use its activity diagram. Okay, so this point denotes the starting point. From here we will start our shopping process. Into our shopping website or shopping application, first of all we will take a decision if we search specific item or we will browse the products that is available on the home pages. If we start with the searching, so we will search item and our search item is found, then we will view that item. If our search item is not found, if our condition fails, then again we will go to this point. Again we will check condition if we want to continue searching or we can browse here. If we want to not browse more, if we want to continue with our searching, then we will again search it. If our search item is found, then we will view this item. After view this item, we will make a decision, means we want to add into a cart or not. If we add into the shopping cart, then it will be added into it. If we do not want to it into the shopping cart, again we will have to take a decision, we want to browse or we want to search. If we do not search here and we will go for the browse item, then again we will have a list of item. We will see any item, we will view item, we will make a decision, we want to buy or we want to add into cart or not. If we add into the shopping cart, then we will proceed with it. We can go for checkout, also we can go for the other shopping. Then we will view the cart, we will view shopping cart, and there will be a condition that we want to update our shopping cart, means we want to delete our items, or we want to do more shopping. If we want to do more shopping, then we will go at the point B. So point B is at here. Again we will have a decision that we want to search or we want to browse, and process will go on. Here our A says from here shopping cart can be checked anytime. If we want to check our shopping cart, and after checking shopping cart we will go here and we will can see our shopping cart. If we want to update our cart, then update will be here, and again we can view our shopping cart. If we don't update and also we don't go for more shopping, then our shopping is done and we will go for the C point. Here our C point is here, means we will go for the checkout, and our checkout process will done, and after checkout our activity diagram will be ended. Okay, so this is an activity diagram for our shopping process, online shopping process. Okay, we will discuss our second example, that is ticket vending machine activity diagram. Here you can see there is a swim lane diagram. In swim lane diagram, here a customer, here a ticket vending machine, and here a bank. So swim lane diagram also a activity diagram, but that will be divided into the particular activities. Means this particular activities will be performed by customer, this particular activity will perform by ticket vending machine, and this particular activity will perform by the bank. Okay, so let's start with our starting point. So customer will start the session, and ticket vending machine will request trip information from the customer. Customer will provide the trip information from where to where he or she wants to go. On that information, ticket vending machine will process that info. After that process, ticket vending machine will request for the payment. On that, customer will provide the payment information. In the payment information, process payment, there will be a condition. Customer wants to pay with card or customer wants to pay with cash. If he or she want to pay with card, then bank will be into the picture and it will be authorize the card payment. After authorizing the card payment and also with the cash payment, ticket will be dispensed to the customer. After the getting ticket, customer will ask for the change if he or she has done his payment with the cash. If any change is required, then that change will be given to the customer. After giving change, ticket vending machine will show the thanks message, and the ticket vending process will be the end is this point. Okay, so this is also an activity diagram of ticket vending machine. Also we have discussed here swim lane. What is meaning of swim lane diagram? Okay, so this is it for activity diagram. If you like this video, then like, comment and subscribe. Also share it with your friends. Thank you friends.